What is up, guys? Poison Ivy here, and welcome back to another top 10 video. Now, if you're a fan of anime like I am, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I separate anime into three parts. I look at the animation, the story, and then the music. I think if those three are above the level of amazing, then that makes an amazing anime. So today I'm going to be focusing on the animes with the best music. Now I'll do my best not to spoil any of these anime that I'm about to tell you, so you don't have to worry. Let's get started. Number 10 is K, also known as K Project. It's a story about a kid named Yashiro Isana, and he's lived a pretty simple life. He's lived in a technological city for most of his life, and he attends a good high school, all that stuff. He's friends with everybody, and nothing seems wrong about him, basically. However, nothing normal has been happening since the recent murder of Tatara Totsuka, who's a prominent member of the infamous Homura, which is a gang. No one knows who killed him, but the man responsible bears an uncanny, identical appearance to Yashiro. So the gang members of Homura, they try to go kill him, basically. And this anime, right off the bat, the music was absolutely amazing. It captivated me instantly, and throughout the rest of the anime, it was just phenomenal. It is definitely worth watching. Number 9 is Mushishi. They are neither plants nor animals. They differ from other forms of life, such as the microorganisms and the fungi. Instead, they resemble the primeval body of life and are generally known as mushi. Their existence and appearance are unknown to many, and only a limited number of humans are aware of them. The main character, Ginkgo, is a mushishi, who is a person who travels around to investigate and find out more about the mushi. In the process, he lends a helpful hand to people who face the problems with supernatural occurrences, which may be related to the mushi. This anime does a perfect job of captivating you and just making you feel all the right emotions with music. The animation style is amazing too, but the music is really what sets it above other anime. I definitely recommend watching it. Number 8 is Nome Cantatabile. It's a story about a really talented musician named Chiaki Shinichi, and he wants to make it big in Europe, but he has a fear of travel, so he's stuck in Japan. He's very talented on the violin, piano, and he's an amazing conductor too. And he meets a girl who's very talented on the piano, but she doesn't have any discipline. So they form a connection, and it's a beautiful story. The music is superb. It's very good. Even if you're not into classical music, you will love this anime. Number 7 is Kids on the Slope. Now, it's the beginning of summer in 1966, and because of his father's job situation, freshman high school student Kaoru Nishima moves by himself to Kyushu to live with relatives. And until then, Kaoru, he's been an honorable student, he keeps to himself, and he's really into classical music. But he meets a notorious bad boy, Sentaro Kawabuchi, and he starts to change him. And through his devil-may-cry classmate, Kaoru learns, how much fun it is to play jazz. And, he finds the first person he can really call a friend. And the music in this anime is amazing. I'm a huge fan of jazz music. And, even if you're not, I'm sure you'll catch yourself tapping your foot to some of the music that plays in this. It is really good. It'll get you moving. It'll make you just feel happy. And that makes this anime worth watching. Number 6 is Your Lie in April. Music accompanies the path of the human metronome, a nickname for pianist Kosei Arima. But after the passing of his mother, Kosei falls into a downward spiral, rendering him unable to hear the sound of his own piano. 2 years later, Kosei still avoids the piano, leaving everything behind, and lives a colorless life among his friends. However, everything changes when he meets a beautiful violinist who stirs up his world and sets him on a journey to face music again. Now, this anime approaches the story of his recovery as he discovers that music is more than playing each note perfectly, and a single melody can bring in the fresh spring air of April. This anime is another classical one, but it is so good. There's so much emotion behind every piece of music there is, and it just fits so well with everything else that's going on. It's definitely worth watching, but be prepared to cry. Number 5 is Initial D. Takumi Fujiwara he's an aloof, spacey high school student, and he does delivery runs in his dad's AE-86 in the dead of night on a mountain. And despite working at a gas station, having a friend who are car nuts, he doesn't know a single thing about cars. So he's introduced to the world of street racing, and his natural talent draws attention all across Gunma. And Takumi faces a lot of challengers on mountains, and it's intense. Now, the music in this is just the most upbeat you will ever hear in an anime. And it just gets you so into it, and that's what it's all about. It's just about having the music, heighten the experience of what you're watching, and it does an amazing job at that. And the music is really good and catchy. Now, I know racing anime isn't for everyone, but just look up some of the music for Initial D, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Number 4 is FLCL, also known as Fooly Cooly. The best way to describe this anime is it's a kooky coming-of-age story with surprisingly deep undertones as the 12-year-old Naoto develops through the wild antics of Haruko and matures along the way into adulthood. And this anime has some of the best music I've ever heard. Most of the music is by a Japanese band called The Pillows, and they are one of my absolute favorites. Because of this anime, I listen to them almost every day. They're just so upbeat at times. They also have some, mellow music, but, for the most part, every song they picked for this anime, it fits absolutely perfectly. I remember watching it as a kid, and it has stuck with me to this day. I rewatched it recently too, and it's so much nostalgia is all I can say, but it is a great anime. It's only 6 episodes long, which is it's crazy. It's one of the shortest animes out there, but they're actually making more of this if you didn't know about it, so it's a good idea to watch it anyway. If you haven't, I definitely recommend it. Alright, top 3. Number 3, this had to be on the list. Cowboy Bebop. Now, if you don't know this anime, to summarize it, it's, like a futuristic misadventures and tragedies of an easygoing bounty hunter and his partners. This anime, again, is one of my all-time favorite ones, and I'm sure a lot of people love it as well. Actually, I know a lot of people love it as well. It's, one of the older animes, but it holds up really well over time. If anything, it gets better. And for its time, it was in a whole different league solely because of the music. It's very, bluesy and jazzy, and just the entire style of it, it's just amazing. I know I say it a lot, but I really do recommend this anime if you haven't watched it. It's definitely one you need to see. Number 2 is Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad. Now, this is a story about Yukio Tanaka. He's better known by his nickname Koyuki. He's a 14-year-old who feels disconnected from life in general, and through the act of saving a mismatched dog, literally like a Frankenmutt, he meets guitarist Ryusuke Minami and becomes involved in Ryusuke's new band called Beck. And because of all that, Koyuki's life starts to change as the band struggles towards fame. Now, this anime is definitely one of the greatest musical animes of all time. Every single song that Beck performs, it is absolutely amazing. Like, you wish that there was like an album that you could buy. I mean, there might be. I've never checked. Huh. I should look into that. Either way, the music is absolutely amazing, and you wish that there was more of it. Like, you don't want it to end ever. And go watch it. Just go watch it. Like, if you haven't watched it, just stop right now and go watch it. Well, wait till I finish this list, obviously, but after that, go watch it. Alright, here it is. Number 1 is Honey and Clover. Now, this anime is all about the joys of falling in love, the pain of letting go, discovering oneself, and finding the courage to move on. These are some of the things that the characters in Honey and Clover experience as they take part in the play staged by fate. Now, this is an anime that I never see on any lists. And you know what? I figure it's time that it gets the recognition it deserves. Because this anime is amazing. I remember being a teenager. I'm about to get really personal. I remember being a teenager and I've experienced unrequited love, a bunch. And this anime just hit me so personal, and I related to it so much. And a big part of that was because of the music in it. The music is just perfect. It fits every single situation in the show, and it's just amazing. Like, I use the word amazing loosely at times, but like, this is absolutely an amazing anime. I've never watched an anime with just the perfect setup between the storyline, just what's going on, and music. It makes the anime number 1 in my book. And if you can take anything away from this list, just give this anime a chance and you won't be disappointed. Either way, guys, that's gonna do it for this list. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Whether you agree or disagree, I'd love to have a conversation about it. But yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you agree with any of the things on this list. And I will see you next time. Have a great day.